Hello, my name is Anh Vu Sawyer. I'm the Executive Director of the Southeast Asian Coalition of Central Massachusetts. And I'm also a refugee from Vietnam. I came to this country in 1975 at the end of the Vietnam War. And with what's happening with refugees and immigrants in 2018, it's not difficult for me to be brought back how I came to this country. On April 30th, 1975, 2 hours after the communists took over Saigon, my family, my relatives and neighbors, we all was very scared, like a whole bunch of scared birds. We sensed that something terrible will be happening to us. And so we tried to flee the country. By the grace of God, we heard some rumors that there's an American missionary at the American church in Saigon could provide passage for us to leave Vietnam. And so in the afternoon of April 30th, 1975, we came to that church and we found out that the missionary had left. He has not been there. But we were met with hundreds of other Christians in the church, small church. Via the shortwave radio that one of those people brought with them, we found out that the communists would enter Saigon by the end of the afternoon. So everyone in the church left, and except my family, because we lived far away and we needed other people to give us ride to the church. So we didn't know what to do, but we didn't want to be caught by the communists that we were inside an American church. So we left by foot. And as we turned around the corner, we saw a huge crowd. We asked the people, how come, what's going on here? There's so many people and there's a 24-hour curfew. Why so many people are still on the street? And we were told that, see, beyond that gate over there, there are helicopters, there are flying machines that will take people to America. And I remember I stood behind that huge crowd. I prayed. I said, God, please don't forget me. In just 20, 30 meters, I would be on the other side of the gate and I would have life. And you know, I do believe in miracles. For some reason, the crowd parted. I think there were people who were stepped on or passed out or whatever. They had to carry the body out. And I saw Americans, Western reporters climbing over the gate. And the next few moments, I found my brother, my other brother, my sister, and my mom climb over the gate through the barbed wire. And me, they pulled me up. And it was up there, I looked down, my father was still down there, and actually he was pulled out by other people. And you need someone to hoist you up. So I turned to the American soldiers next to me, and his duty was to throw us down. And with very few English words that I knew, I said, please help, that's my father. You know, I didn't expect what I would see next, but he reached out and pulled my father up. Well, it's a long story short, how I made it through, but when we got down from that gate, there was hundreds more people inside the American embassy. And by the grace of God, we made it through the front gate. But by then we waited for many hours. Night only fell. And I saw another gate on the right, on the other side of the swimming pool in the American embassy. We're on one side where everyone tried to get through. But on the other side, there's nobody. And I saw a gentleman with white hair stood on top of the rooftop of the American embassy talking to the walkie-talkie. And I told my family that please go to the other side. You know, at that time I was a second year student of medical school, and my parents never listened to me. And no one listened to me to this day. But for some weird reason, they gave up their space, their place at this gate, walk all the way around the swimming pool to the side. I remember I saw the man with the white hair bend down and spoke onto the walkie-talkie as we all wave at him and say, "We're good, let us through." The soldiers ran toward this gate, opened the gate, and let us through. We walked up a fire escape to the rooftop, and we were herded into the belly of this huge flying machine. And we were told to lie down. I heard the clank shut of the helicopter. I said, "God, I have life. Thank you for answering my prayer." Even though we were ordered to lay down, I stood up. Looking out of the windows, I saw the crisscrossing of tracer where guns were shooting toward us. And so that's the story of my life, how I became a refugee. But fast forward to the future. Now, as I mentioned before, as a director for a refugee organization, we serve more than 10,000 services a year to refugees and immigrants from all over the world. It is truly an honor for me, as a former refugee, to be able to be God's hands and heart to serve and to love these people who are displaced. And every one of them, yes, every one of them is like me. We want the best, not just for ourselves, not just for our family. We want to be great contributor to this wonderful land that gives us freedom. Freedom where we can be the best we can be, freedom to worship, freedom to express ourselves. Do you know, America is a wonderful country. It is still the beacon of hope for many people. I cannot recite the inscription on the statue of Lady of Liberty, but we all should read that again and again. So thank you very much for listening to me, and thank you very much for opening your life, your country, your home, and your heart to receive refugees and immigrants from all over the world. God bless you. The Refugee and Immigration Collaborative, connecting global neighbors. This collaborative was brought together with support from Calvin College, the Calvin Alumni Association, and the Calvin Center for Christian Scholarship.